Alright, Carter's Carnivorous Plants here. This is a remake video on how to care for your Venus flytrap. Now, when you buy them from Walmart, most people don't know how to take care of them, and they mostly die because they have absolutely no idea what to water them with. And dormancy, when dormancy comes, when it gets winter, everything starts to die back. Many people think that the plant is, dying. You're kind of wrong and right there. You're right because all the leaves are dying, and you're wrong because plants need dormancy and the bulb underneath them is still alive. So, even though it may look dead, during winter, either put it in your fridge or your garage, depending on how cold your winters are. Because you don't want it to be so cold that everything starts freezing. You just want it to be cold. So, now which soil do you give them? Don't use the soil from your backyard. Don't use compost. Don't ever use those things. You can use peat moss, milled sphagnum moss, or some coconut soil that you can buy at the pet store for tarantulas and stuff. But otherwise, don't put anything else in their soil. Now, many people might say that their Venus flytrap is getting deformed because they have those little baby shoots back there. Now, you don't have to remove those and make them a separate plant, but if you want to have, two different Venus flytraps, you can separate them. And what to feed them. And you feed them flies, pretty much anything. Don't feed them meat, don't feed them cheese, especially don't feed them woodlouse, roly-polies, because that's usually, people don't call them woodlouse, but don't feed them those. You can feed them pretty much anything as long as it won't stick out of the trap or rot or start rotting like a woodlouse would. So, and also don't play around with them. If you see a trap, don't stick your finger in there and to close it just because you want to see it close. That will stress the plant, and it will cause it to not want to make any more traps, and it will die. So, did I forget something? Oh yeah, the flower stalks. If you want to have some seeds, you can leave the flower stalks up so they can bloom. But I recommend if you don't know. I'm sorry, I had a little brain fart there. But I recommend that if you don't know how to grow them from seeds, because they're not like any other plant. You don't just bury them in the ground, water them, and wait. They need all these special care for their seeds to grow, so don't do that. And the flower stalk also drains the plant's energy on making new traps just a tiny bit, but not too much to where it's completely harmful. But anyway, so that's it. And this is my last Venus flytrap. It looks like it's completely dying. I got some leaf cuttings in there from it. I also put the rest of the rhizome in there, so see if it would stay alive. But I've learned from my mistakes of my past two Venus flytraps. This one will not be another regular old Venus flytrap. I plan to have this for a while. So, thank you for watching. I'm out.